All right, folks, well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed those videos, and I hope that gives you some amazing perspective and inspiration, and I hope you're as excited as we all are about this business, and I hope you're excited about the future because, man, oh man, I'm almost envious of the position you're in to start out now with the tools and systems that we have in place. I mean, you've got a head up and a leg up that well, very few have, and certainly one that I didn't have when we first got into the online world. I wanted to just wrap up a little bit and give you some personal insight into exactly why we've set this up the way we have. You know, there's a lot of thought that has gone into exactly how this has been set up, and it's been very strategic. So the reason that we use the sales system that we do is because the automation is really the power behind this. The fact that it's so automated means that you can literally dump in millions and millions of leads into this system and it can handle it. And as far as those people are going to be concerned, they're getting personal engagement from you. You know, they're seeing your photo, your videos, they're being emailed from you automatically. They're going to your website. This is all branded with you and your face and your name. And so they feel like they're getting that kind of personal interaction, but it's not actually taking any time away from you, which is very, very smart. It's a great way to work. Now that system also converts those leads into buyers for you. And this is the beauty of this system. The fact that you can make this amount of money without having to actually personally sell something, folks, is absolutely incredible. And I hope you see that now. And you know, at the end of the day, all we're really doing here is helping people get plugged into the online world, and they're choosing the best way to do it for themselves, and we can help them walk them through that process. You know, I love the fact that we've got all the bits and pieces in place here. You know, not only do we have this amazing sales system that does the selling for you, but we've also got the marketing training here that is going to show you how to get those leads. You know, the Facebook training we haven't really touched on to a great deal in these training videos because there's only so much you can say. We're going to show you how to get your leads through Facebook advertising, and we're going to and finally, it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter who you know, it doesn't matter how big your town is or any of that, because Facebook is global and it allows you to reach everybody anywhere. And at the end of the day, at the back end of Facebook, what you have to realize is it's just one big giant database. And so what that means is you can target people based on their interests, their location, their gender, their household income, their vacation interests. I mean, it's amazing the amount of data that Facebook captures from us on a daily basis, because all of us have it on our phone, in our pocket, all day long, and we freely give our information to Facebook all day long. And then it turns around on the back end and sells it to the advertisers. And so we show you how to harness that power of Facebook and to use it to your benefit. And the beauty of this is that, you know, you can finally get into business and you can finally have the reach that's required to make the money that you would never otherwise have the opportunity to do. I've done brick and mortar business, I've done international business, I've done retail, I've done corporate, I've done public, I've done everything at this point in my career, I think. And I gotta say, I would never do anything if it wasn't online anymore, because you just have so much more opportunity, so much more reach. And there's just so much more that can happen for you. And frankly, it's easier. You know, you're limited by how many people you have working for you and all of the overhead and all of the other issues that brick and mortar businesses come with. That just doesn't exist in the online world. And so the training that we provide is constantly being updated. I gotta say, obviously I'm a little biased, but I gotta say I think it's the best training that's out there. You know, we actually update our training constantly. And the fact that we assign everybody a direct mentor as soon as they come into this group means that if you ever don't understand something in the training, all you do is you reach out to your mentor. Over and above that, you also stay plugged in with the whole rest of the community, all of the other business owners, through a live Skype chat system, which is great because it's free, it's on your phone, it's on your computer, so it means you're always available to everybody. And it's just so simple, you know, like you get plugged in, and if you do need help, there's always help available, just like we say in the webinar. You know, if you get stuck at a hurdle in your training, there's literally hundreds of people who have been through that same phase now that can help you through that process. And this is why our people are so successful, and this is why they enjoy this process so much. You know, you've got those cheerleaders that have your back, those people that make sure that we are always helping each other get through the process together. And then there's the products. And I love how we've done this now. You know, there is so much logic to using a network marketing model online. Because when you think about setting up an online business, what's it always about? It's about residual income, right? Well, there is always the factor in the cash flow quadrant of having a business and people working for you. If you're a business owner, you want to have a system, a business system, and people working for you so that you don't have to put in all of the time and effort to make your money, right? And not only that, it means that you have much more capacity to ramp things up and to grow quicker and to make more money faster. And so that's what a true business owner is. And by using Enagic, you've got now a team below you that is literally making you money. So I mean, if you've got 10 people below you running ads and you're running ads, well, you are literally benefiting from 11 people's ad campaigns that are running. And as people are getting set up underneath of you and they're running their own ads and making themselves money, they literally can't help but make you money on the back end. That's the beauty of this system. And that's why it's so amazing. And that's ultimately why the community is so cohesive, because everybody is making money. You know, you're not robbing from somebody to make money yourself. I don't have to take money off your plate to make myself successful. There's plenty to go around, and the system is set up so that everybody just gets paid out fairly and equitably. I love it. It's so transparent, so simple, so clean. And then there's the system, the sales system that we have that just converts people automatically for you, converts them from leads to buyers to eventually distributors, and does the selling for you. And that double whammy effect with the Enagic system is awesome, especially when you consider the payout potential of Enagic. I mean, I gotta tell you folks, still at this point in my career, I haven't found another product that pays like Enagic does. I'm thinking that there probably isn't one. I haven't found it at this point. Nothing has the global reach that Enagic does without all of the strings attached, like the overhead and the membership fees and the sales quotas and all of those annoying things that we just don't deal with in the Enagic system. That's why I love this so much. I mean, when you can close one sale, I mean, at this point in my career, I close a sale on a trifecta, I'm making just shy, I'm making $49.60 per sale. $49.60, folks, on one sale. I know for some of you, $60,000 is your annual income. That's one sale. I've just made your entire month's salary. That's the power of this system. I mean, imagine what you could do with the other 30 days in a month if all you had to do was make a sale one day and enjoy the next 30. I mean, that's got to put you in a better life situation, I gotta think. I mean, even if all we do at minimum is match your salary, isn't it worth checking out?
Because this could be your office, folks. And I want this for you. The reason that we keep doing this, and we will keep doing this, is because we are actually creating a movement at this point. The fact that we have got thousands of people now waking up to the fact that they are capable of running a successful online business with a little bit of help and a system that works means that we are actually breaking the system. We have got nannies who quit their job and are making $50,000, $60,000 a month. We've got truckers that have sold their trucks and finally, for the first time in their entire marriage, are actually spending their days with their spouse. We've got people who are walking away from the 9 to 5, getting paid minimum wage of all things, and making more in a day than they did in an entire year. That's the kind of stuff that's possible here. And I get it. You're probably thinking to yourself, can I do this? Is this something that's right for me? It's something that we all went through. And when I got into the online world years ago, I went through the same thing because I was used to being an employee. I was used to getting a paycheck every couple weeks that had a set amount of money on it, and that was what I was being told that my time was worth. And for a lot of years, I actually believed it. I was being held captive by an employer, literally, and I was being paid a ransom, literally, as a form of a paycheck. And folks, I got news for you. So are you if you're working for somebody else. It doesn't have to be that way. You know why they don't want you to know that? Because they need you. They need employees. The system breaks when it doesn't have employees. And I love breaking the system. Guys, this is perfect for you because we built it from day one with the goal of getting people into the online space who never thought it was possible because they weren't techy enough, because they had never run a business before, and they didn't think that they had it in them. You don't have to do it alone. In fact, you shouldn't do it alone at this stage. You can do it with a team of proven professionals, people who know what they're doing and legitimately want to help you succeed. Why? Because, well, we built our brand on it. And when you don't succeed, it means that we don't succeed. And I want every single person in this community to change their life. I love it. I mean, I'm literally here in Mexico right now with some of our top coaches, people who are getting together, we're strategizing for a week, and this is what we do. Every year we do this, and we do this multiple times in different locations. And they're here because they want to learn. They're here because they want to expand their business. They're here because they can afford it. There's people here that have literally never left the country before, and this is their first trip. And you know what? They literally break down in tears when they hit the beach. And it's a beautiful thing to see, and it's absolutely doable because it's a turnkey system. It's 90% done for you. Now, what does that mean? It means that all of this automation and all of this coaching and selling that's been built into the system so that you don't have to do it means that literally your leads are converted to buyers automatically for you. And the fact that all of the stuff that usually would hold people from getting off into the business world is all taken care of for you. So you don't have to have the technology background to build the funnel and take care of the funnel. You don't have to have all of the tens of thousands of dollars that it would cost to invest into building the system and the architecture behind it. You just need to actually decide for yourself that you're ready to make this happen. And that's the thing. You're responsible for 10% of this, but that's where your journey begins. You must decide that you want this. Because if you don't want this, if you don't need this, then you're not going to succeed. You know, one of the biggest questions I always get is, will this work for me? And how soon will I start making money? And I always turn it back on the person. I say, well, that's entirely up to you. I can't answer that. You can answer that. I can't answer that because I don't know if you're coachable. I don't know if you're willing to learn. I don't know if you're one of these crazy people that gets into a system, even though you've never been an online entrepreneur, gets into the system, ignores the training, and tries to do everything your own way. That always slows you down. But what I do know is if you follow the steps and if you actually commit to this, it can and will work. And it's as simple as that, folks. It's a system, and a system is just that. It's a system, it's an architecture that you do with it whatever you will. And every single one of us are using the same system. And we're all seeing different results. I've got people making 6 figures a month, I've got people making 5 figures a month, I've got people making 3 figures a month, and, well, that's as low as it goes. But they're all using the same system, folks. Now, I want you to think about what this is. We talk about this in the webinar. Probably by now you've forgotten that initial webinar that you watched. So let me remind you what we mentioned in that video. We talked about the 3 pillars that you need in order to become successful, right? 3 pillars, if you'll recall, was number 1, figure out the product. We have figured out the product, guys. Enagic will make you more wealthy than you ever actually thought possible. Speaking from my own experience, because of the sheer volume that you're going to generate as a collective. When you start bringing in people as distributors through your advertising, and they're bringing in distributors through their advertising, you just keep getting this snowball effect that becomes absolutely massive and starts to take on a life of its own. You start getting checks for deals you didn't even know about. And that's a beautiful spot to be in. We use Enagic because it works, because it converts, and because it is an amazing product. I love the fact that we are changing people's lives, not only from a financial perspective, but from a health and wellness perspective. If you watch those videos in these pre-coaching series from some of the people like Kim, Rick, Deborah, those are people that these products literally have changed everything for. Everything. And I love this because we've all had those scary moments in our lives where we suddenly realize that we are only human, that we're not immortal, that we're not going to live forever, and things can go wrong with us. And that's a scary place to be in. But if you can do something for yourself that's going to change that, why wouldn't you do that alone? Just on the sheer merit of the product, it is that good. Says again, somebody from my own personal experience. I mean, I had horrible migraines for most of my life, to be honest, and I had horrible skin for most of my life. The Wukon combined with the alkalized water from my K8 has changed everything. The Anespa has literally changed my skin. And I can't imagine not having these products in my life now, and that's why I'm so passionate about it. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I look at this and I just think it's absolutely amazing. So that's the product taken care of. You don't want to go out and try to figure this out on your own, guys. Believe me, I used to work in the affiliate marketing world. We did email marketing. We sold all kinds of little trinkets and trash and gadgets and gizmos, and it was all about volume. Everybody always thinks, I'm going to open a Shopify account. I'm going to do Amazon affiliate stuff. You know what? Here's the reality. you're still going to have to do social media advertising, so that's going to cost you money. But you're not selling product that's going to compensate for that. I actually had a coffee with an old colleague the other day, and he is an affiliate Amazon rep. And they're basically set up a business where they're doing customized t-shirts and baseball caps. He spends $500,000 on his advertising a year. And you know how much he clears from those marketing efforts? $100,000. Oh my gosh, I would literally be a billionaire in this business if I was spending $500,000 on advertising, guys. You know, I always tell people, if you're gonna come into this and be serious about this, at a minimum, spend $10 a day on your advertising. That's your starting point. If you've got some experience with things or you feel like you're in a more solid position, absolutely, come in at $20 a day. But don't go higher than that. Come in, figure things out, get some experience under your belt. Once you've got the confidence and the skill set in place, and you feel like you are actually seeing ads that are converting, and of course we show you how all of that works and what that means, then you can always increase your budget. Once you start getting commission checks coming in, then you can increase your budget. That's how simple this is, guys. My gosh, $10 a day, $500,000 a day. I think that probably should end the whole Amazon debate about whether or not you want to be an affiliate on that side or work within the system, right? Again, you're also doing that on your own. And all of the mistakes you make, all of the investment on the system side is all up to you, right? So believe me, please listen to somebody who has experience with this stuff. Learn from my mistakes. Now, that's the product side. Let's talk about the system side. You probably don't want to be a salesperson, right? Most people don't. In fact, even I don't anymore at this point in my life. I've been in sales and marketing my whole life. And I get it. You know, at some point you kind of feel like you're the person that everybody's always worried that you're going to try to sell something to them. That's why I love what we do. There's no selling, literally no selling. By the time I get on the phone with somebody, it's because they've decided that they want to do this business. I'm not selling you guys anything. I'm just helping you get set up in the best possible way. And I love this. This is, you know, it could only have been designed by a Canadian because, as you probably know, we're not a very pushy people. And so it's kind of fun. You know, you literally are just having conversations with people as a coach where you are just making sure that they know all the ins and outs of the business, they get set up in the best possible way, and they're set up to get success in the shortest amount of time. It's pretty darn cool. The system does all the selling for us. And at the end of the day, I mean, as you all know, we've got a $99 refund policy on our program. So if you, after having watched all of these videos, still for some strange reason don't think that this business is a good fit for you, fine, send us an email, ask for your money back. That is absolutely fair. And you know what? We'll actually give it to you. Unlike a lot of these other crazy systems out there, we've set this up in the most painless way possible. I mean, you're secure with your credit card. If you're paid by PayPal, obviously you're secured with PayPal. So there's no risk here. And we've tried to make this as simple for you to decide to get into as possible. And, you know, I think you've got to now understand the value of what you just put your money into. $99. You'll recall from the webinar, Leanne walked you through that whole system side, how much it would cost. I kind of chuckled to myself because you know, we should probably update that slide. The reality is you are not building an online business for less than $50,000. It's just the way it is at this point in the game. So unless you've got $50,000 in your sock drawer, this is your best option. You want to work with a system that's already in place and working for people. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Leverage what's already there, all right? System side, check, taken care of. That's your second pillar. What was the third pillar? People. And you know, years later, here we are at this stage. And if you had asked me years ago when we first built this thing, if this would be as big as it is now, I don't think I could have imagined this, to be honest. But not even just the amount of people that are working with us, the quality and the caliber of people that are working with us. This is one of the most beautiful communities I have ever had the honor of being part of. These people look after each other. These people care about each other. These people help each other. And we live in a day and age where you go to a coffee shop and two people are sitting across from each other at a table on their phones, not saying a word to each other. Here, I've got people joining this system, this community, and they're actually discovering that their neighbor is involved. And they've never even talked to their neighbor, but they literally live on the same block. We are actually probably the only technology out there that's bringing people closer together. And that's why, again, we're here today. You know, we're here with some of these coaches that honestly, I mean, well, I didn't know any of them before we got into this business. They didn't know each other, and we're here and we're having the time of our lives because we've come so close together. The people side of this is what is going to keep you going and keep you passionate about this. You know, we're pretty unique in the online space. Number one, we do everything live. Number two, we are always available. Number three, we actually follow up and look after our people. Most stuff that's out there, these training programs that are in place, they're just a bunch of canned videos that you download and watch, and then they give you a couple PDF blueprints to follow and send you on your way. Wish you luck. You got to go out, figure out the system yourself, build the system yourself, find the products yourself, put all of these training bits and pieces together and hope that it works. Here, you're actually part of a community. We went out, did the homework for you, we identified all the stuff you need, put it together, put it into a system that also has the sales conversion built into it, as well as the mentorship built into it. And the nature of this community means that you will bring in good quality people, who in turn will bring in good quality people. And the key to this whole thing is really this mentorship component, because every single person who joins gets a mentor assigned to them, but also has access to a whole community of mentors now. This is amazing. Imagine having thousands of mentors that you're plugging into. Imagine coming to weekly masterminds that are always new and always fresh. Imagine being able to create little meetup groups in your area. I guarantee we've got people working in your area because we got them everywhere now. And imagine just being able to get together with people, strategizing, and throwing ideas around. That is fun. And if you've never been what I call a solopreneur before, you don't understand probably why I'm so passionate about this, because it can be really lonely when you're running a business by yourself. It can actually be very stressful because if you don't know how to solve a problem, it stays a problem. It never gets resolved. But here, literally, the trail has been blazed for you. Literally, people have already done all the heavy lifting for you. You just need to come in, follow the steps, and do the same thing yourself. Replicate it, duplicate it, and leverage it. These are key concepts. And this is why people see the results they do in such a short amount of time. I love the fact that we have literally blown up the Enagic world. I mean, Darren and I have been interviewed by Enagic. You can actually see the article on our member site. We have actually won first place awards in the world from Enagic. Imagine that. Out of all of their distributors, we are the ones who win this. It's such an honor, but it's also possible because of this system. The technology keeps us tight to our people, it keeps our people plugged in, and keeps our people up to speed. So if you have a problem, there's channels for you to express it and channels for you to get a solution. I mean, we've got tech teams built in, we've got support teams built in, there's so many resources that are at your disposal, and there's also this whole kind of personal development side to this, which is absolutely incredible. And for most people who've never been a business owner before, there's this whole kind of shift you have to go through in order to get to that point where you're open to change and you're excited about change. And you know, sometimes fear holds us back. We know that, right? We get those butterflies in our stomach, and it's a very physical reaction to fear because fear is that fight or flight mechanism that instinctively keeps us alive, right? But now that we've advanced to this point and we've evolved, we can now recognize that excitement actually feels the same as fear. It's the same kind of butterflies. And so the next time you get those butterflies and you're a business owner, you actually get to say to yourself, this is an opportunity. Something's obviously different here. And what different really at the end of the day means is there's an opportunity to get different, to get more, to be bigger, to be better, and to really get to the top of your game. And that's the fun part about all of this. And when you combine that with the fact that you don't have to do it alone, absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of how this thing is developed. And I still get excited every time somebody new joins this community, because a community truly is the sum of its parts. And every time somebody joins, for us, it's an opportunity to get better, to get even higher on top of our game, to take this thing to a whole other level. And that to me is what keeps me going. And I know that when you join now, we're gonna get that much better. So I hope that you have found these videos informative. I hope more than anything you found them inspiring, and I hope we have opened your eyes up to a whole new world. I mean, I want you to experience that day when you go to your mailbox and pick up the commission checks that equal in one day all of the money that it would take you to make your imaginary, your entire annual salary one day, guys. It will literally bring you to tears. Again, says the guy from experience. And you know what? It is absolutely possible, and it is only possible if you get on the phone now, have that call with your coach, and make this happen. As of now, we're in this together, but you need to meet us our way. we can't do this without you any more than you can do this without us. So please, 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 please do this for yourself. Give yourself this gift. And just imagine creating a legacy, being the person in your family that had the audacity and courage to want more and do something about it and to leave that legacy to next generations. That is the gift. And that is how we change the world together. So, I can't wait to talk to you guys. I can't wait to see what you do with this. And I'm excited to work with you. See you soon.